Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to historic Mollenkopf Stadium for tonight's YSN High School presentation game of the week between the Boardman Spartans, who've traveled up Route 11 to Warren to face the Warren G. Harding Raiders. Don Muscola along with Donnie Riccatelli once again covering Boardman Spartan football. Donnie, big matchup tonight with two very traditional powers in the area.
Absolutely, and it's great to be back in the Valley for another football game. I mean, last week we went up to Euclid to watch them play against the Benedictine phenomenal football team, but you know what? It was a tale of two halves. I mean, they came out fantastic in that first half. It was a tight, close game. Then that third quarter just got away from them. Different story for Harding. Last week they didn't have such a good first half. Ended up coming alive in the second half to take it to St. Vincent St. Mary's. So should be a good matchup. You know, there's no shortage of athletes that are going to be on this field tonight, Don.
Very true. The Spartans come into the game 4-2. The Raiders at 2-4. The Spartans, quite frankly, have won all the games that they were supposed to win this season and lost to two very powerful state-ranked teams.
Yeah, both teams undefeated.
Warren Harding coming off that win at Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, so looking to turn their season around. They are coached by Steve Arnold. He's in his 10th year, 59-43 overall. And interestingly enough, Steve Arnold is the longest tenured coach here at Harding High School since a guy named Pierre Hill, who was around back in the 1930s and coached for 12 years.
And Arnold is a program guy. I mean, he used to coach both football and boys basketball here, so he's well beloved here.
This is the 26th meeting all-time between the Raiders and the Spartans. The Raiders hold a 16-9 edge. Warren G. Harding has won the last two meetings, but interestingly enough, Boardman has won two of the last three here at Mollenkopf Stadium. We're going to break for the national anthem as we honor America, played by the Warren G. Harding Raider Marching Band.
Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
God Bless America. Great rendition of the national anthem by the Raider Marching Band, and I don't know if you could hear it on the mics, but they do some fireworks here during the national anthem in Warren, and that was a great addition to the pregame ceremonies. It is homecoming night here at Mollenkopf Stadium, and in a few minutes we're going to be ready for that first half kickoff between the Spartans and the Raiders.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and Well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
And we are back for the opening kickoff here between the Spartans and the Raiders. Cole Conkson, the soccer player, will kick it off for the Spartans from the 40-yard line. Deep to receive that for Warren G. Harding. Number 11, Dom Foster, and 24, Tariq Ivory.
And Don, don't let that 2-4 record fool you. Warren Harding's been in every single game they played so far this year, with a couple close, very, very close, heartbreaking losses. So there's tons of talent out on this field tonight.
Onside kick for the Spartans, and it is immediately gathered up by number 47, Jaden Hudson. So right off the bat, some trickery by Coach Seth Antrim, and it will set up the Raiders in good field position at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10, their first drive of the game.
Yeah, Don, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that first initial onside kick. I mean, you know what? You want to try to catch them off guard. I mean, hey, it didn't work in Boardman's favor that time, but who knows? Maybe later on in the game they try it again, or maybe a little pooch punt. But the key is defense has to step up now.
Absolutely. That Spartan defense out on the field. They are averaging, giving up just 19 points per game. The Warren offense scoring 32 points per game through 6 games. Quarterback for Warren Harding, number 10, Dallas Jett. He's a 5'9", 160-pound junior. And he will be, I'd say under center, but anymore, none of these quarterbacks are under center.
Yeah, not too much anymore. It looks like they're going to spread it out a little bit here. Might be a little bit of an equipment malfunction here. That looks like the running back might have pants a little too short, not covering the knee pads. So
not sure, but 11
comes off. Got to protect the safety of these kids.
That's Dom Foster. So first offensive drive for the Raiders. Pistol formation, Dallas Jett at quarterback. He'll take the snap. He'll fake the handoff, looking deep downfield to throw. He unleashes it. His receiver is open, and in and out of the hands of 24, Tariq Ivory, down at the 10-yard line.
Now it looks like Warren took a look at the game film last week against Benedictine, where they were able to take the top off of the Boardman defense. So hopefully Boardman makes those adjustments and gets some better coverage on the backside.
So the Spartans give them good field position with the onside kick, and Warren immediately, Steve Arnold calls that deep pass play. Ivory was open, and Jett put it there just in and out of his hands.
It's good to see both teams taking chances early too, Don.
Pistol formation again, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. That give will be to number 8, Delmar McMillan. Short gain, stopped by the center part of that Boardman defensive line. Looks like big Cortland Love was in the center of that action. Gained about 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
A nice job by Cortland by holding on there and making sure he didn't get any additional yardage. I mean, it's tough. One thing you definitely got to do if you're Boardman today is make sure you complete the tackle. You know, at any given moment, these guys can spring one. So you got to make sure you wrap and get them to the ground.
Tackling will be very important, and I would expect with the athletes on this Harding team, they will try to stress this Boardman defense sideline to sideline as the night goes on. And they do spread it out here on 3rd and 7. Jett will throw. He'll complete that to Ivory, and he will be tackled after a short gain. That is Anthony Hightower, number 1 on the tackle. They do cross into Boardman territory, but it'll bring up 4th down and 5, and the punting unit's going to come on for the Raiders.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. You want to make sure you complete that tackle. Anthony Hightower with a great open field tackle, because if he doesn't make that tackle, they easily get that 1st down and many more.
Okay, so Cam Thompson, number 3, the dangerous kick returner for the Spartans. He's already brought a punt and a kickoff back for a touchdown this year. Number 12, Jake Doherty, will punt it away for the Raiders.
You just have to make sure you don't jump off sides if you're Boardman.
Doherty with a short kick. It's going to bounce at the 22 and take a Harding roll, and it's going to roll dead inside the 10-yard line at about the 8-yard line, which is where Boardman will set up. 1st and 10 at the 8. We'll be back after this from Coca's Pizza.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
We are back. Boardman about to get the ball here. 10 minutes and 16 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Their first offensive series will start 1st and 10 at the 7-yard line. Terrence Thomas, the Purdue commit at quarterback. Thompson is flanked out to his right. Sean O'Hara and Fernando Ortiz in the backfield. And the give is to O'Hora, Boardman's leading rusher, and he will take it across the 10-yard line up to the 14. We'll give him about 6 on that carry. O'Hora comes into the game as the Spartans' leading rusher, has rushed for 724 yards on 105 carries. He's got 6 touchdowns on the year, and if you're interested, that's 6.9 yards per carry.
Yeah, and if you're Boardman, you want to win first downs, and right there you definitely won first downs. And again, 2 weeks in a row, folks, nobody gives Cam Thompson any respect by giving any safety help over top. So look for that later on in the game.
Thomas will keep it. They string him out, and he'll make it up close to the first down marker. We'll see where they spot it.
Looks like they're going to mark him just short.
Looks like he will be just short, half a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Spartans.
And if you're Terrence Thomas, you got to make a little bit more decisions much quicker. Last week he kind of rushed things a little bit, but he had plenty of time. Today he might not have that time.
The Raiders did a nice job of stringing that play out, and Thomas got all he could get up near the first down marker. Actually, they're going to mark it for a first down. It is 1st and 10 Spartans.
A generous spot for Boardman.
Thomas gives to O'Hora. O'Hora around the left side. He'll get up near the 19-yard line. Short gain. We'll give him 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Trayvon Allen on the tackle for Warren Harding. Just underway here from Mollenkopf Stadium early in the first quarter. 66 degrees. Clear night. Beautiful night for the 1st of October here in Warren, Ohio.
We've been blessed with some fantastic weather for these football games, Don.
We sure have. Second and 8 for the Spartans. Thomas gives it to O'Hora, and that didn't fool anybody, and it especially didn't fool the Warren Harding Raider defense. Looks like he lost a couple of yards, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
And in this situation, in a 3rd and 10, you're on the 17, your own 17-yard line. You know, you don't have to do anything crazy. You can just try to flip the field if you don't get the first down. But they've done a lot of the those inside screens, those little bubble screens. So we'll see if they can try to get maybe Cam Thompson on one of those bubble screens or whatnot. I mean, or expect a rollout as well with twins on the outside.
Thompson and Freeman lined up at the bottom of your screen, one wide out to the top. Thomas looking to throw. He's got time. He gets it to Cam Thompson, breaks a tackle up at the 25, now down the sidelines, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line, but he'll have plenty enough for the first down.
And that was a great block on the outside by Andre Freeman. He waited. He took his time. He didn't end up having that peel back block that's so famous so far this year that gets called quite often. So way to be composed on that and let that play come to him.
Yeah, same thing for Terrence Thomas. Instead of just tucking it and running, he waited until the play developed and he had an open receiver, and then he went to his go-to guy, Cam Thompson.
I don't think there's anybody on this field that can cover Cam Thompson. So as long as he has the patience, he can do it.
Give us to O'Hora straight up the middle, and he'll be out over the 45-yard line.
I talked a lot about Sean O'Hora yesterday on the YSN Power Hour, Don. He's the workhorse. He's got to get the ball in his hands as many times as possible. I mean, the kid does not give up on any single play. Last week in the second half, he's one of the very few that I felt didn't give up on his team and kept playing all the way to the end.
2nd down and 2 for the Spartans. Thomas will fake the handoff to O'Hora. He'll keep it himself up the middle, and he will slide down on the Harding side of the field at the 44-yard line, but he's got enough for a first down. 1st and 10 Spartans at the 44.
So far, some good movement, some good play calling for the Spartans. So just got to keep the momentum going.
Gained 11 on that play. So this drive started back at the 7-yard line, and the Spartans have held the ball for a little over 4 minutes right now. Got a 1st and 10 at the Harding 44. Thomas will give to O'Hora. O'Hora moving the pile. And as Jeff Hammerton likes to say at the Spartan home games, stopped by a host of Warren Harding Raiders.
Absolutely. Good gang tackling on that part. Still, you know, pick up a solid 4.5 yards, I mean, you're winning first downs easily. Got to continue throughout the game.
Spartans again show 3 wideouts, single back with Thomas. Give will be to O'Hara, and nothing doing, says number 7, Josiah Todd. He will lose a couple of yards, and it brings up 3rd down and 9 for Boardman.
Yeah, that time that delayed counter didn't really work so well. Again, the third and 8, 3rd and 9, they have quite a few plays in their repertoire to get something going here. So, and again, this is probably 2-down territory, if anything.
Thomas will drop back to throw. Looks. The pass is intended for Andre Freeman. Covered well out there by Devontae McElroy. Pass goes out of bounds. Brings up 4th and 9 for the Spartans. And I think we're going to see the punt team in Carson-Essed.
Yeah. If they would have picked up maybe 3, 4, 5 yards, they probably would have went for it. But missed them a little wide there.
Opportunity to flip the field now and
That's
pin the Raiders deep in their own territory. Essed has been an outstanding punter this year, so he's quite a weapon for Coach Armstrong. Essed's punt angles toward the sidelines, and it will take a bounce, and number 81, that is Johnny Taylor, picks it up. He'll be brought down inside the 15-yard line, and that's where Harding will start their second drive of the game. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left to play here in the first quarter from Mollenkopf. Your score, Boardman nothing, Warren Harding nothing.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
And we are back for YSN's live presentation of high school football here on Friday. Don Mascola and Donnie Riccatelli from Mollenkopf Stadium. Donnie, just to give a little kudos to the Spartan soccer team. We've seen 2 of their players in action here tonight, the kicker Cole Collison and the punter Carson Essed.
Yeah.
The boys soccer team under Coach Simeone raised their record to 8-1-1 this week with wins over Warren G. Harding here on Tuesday night. It was much colder than it is tonight.
Yeah.
And on Wednesday up at Badger over the Braves 5-0. During those 2 games, Cole Collison scored 7 goals, bringing his goal total of the season to 21. And goalkeeper Carson Essed had 2 clean sheets, shutouts for those who aren't soccer fans. And he's got 5 of those on the season. The Spartans will face All-American Conference rival Austintown Fitch tomorrow night at Spartan Stadium. JV at 5, varsity at 7 p.m.
Yeah, Boardman's off to a great start. I mean, knocking off state-ranked Howland 2 weeks ago, just keeping the momentum going. I mean, the only tie they had was against Poland, correct? And
2-2 tie with Poland, and they lost a
1-0 heartbreaker.
1-0 heartbreaker, really, to Canfield. An outstanding game. And the Spartans will see the Cardinals later on this month again in a rematch. So I'm sure they're looking to get even from that.
Nothing tastes better than a rematch, buddy.
Absolutely. So Warren Harding getting ready to put it in action here for the second time on offense tonight. They'll start 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Dallas Jett, the quarterback. He'll bring a man in motion, keeps it himself, running room up the middle. He'll be tackled at the 17-yard line by number 10, Thomas Andahar.
It's good to see Thomas Andahar back and healthy. He got injured the actually the second or third play of the game to start the season at quarterback. And he's been a phenomenal athlete, all the way through. And to get him back with that speed, it looks like they can utilize him quite a bit. I was talking to Stephen Conti about this. Having him back really helps with that pass coverage as well.
And they'll be tested tonight against this Warren Harding Raider offense. Give is to Delmar McMillan. He'll be across the 20-yard line out to the 24, and he'll have enough for a Raider first down.
And both teams started out getting pinned deep in their own backyard, basically, and doing a good job moving the ball past the 20.
So first down of the Raiders here. 4 minutes, 27 seconds. Clock is running in the first quarter. No score from Mollenkopf. Dallas Jet will keep it around the left side, gets out to the 30-yard line. Andre Freeman on the tackle for Boardman. He'll have about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Brought down on the play by number 12, Andre Freeman.
Freeman already stepping up, making a couple plays, once on offense, once on defense. So hopefully he continues to have a good, solid game.
Freeman, a junior, small but mighty, 5'9", 150 pounds. He's played well this year.
I remember when I was 5'9" and 150 pounds. It was many moons ago.
A couple decades ago, is that right? Number 8, Delmar McMillan, the ball carrier. He will get up to the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains again. Another first down for the Raiders at the 35. Stephen Conti on the tackle for the Spartans.
And it looks like they went with a little up-tempo right there. I don't know if they'll mix it up a little bit on this drive, or looks like they're doing it so far. A little bit of quick action going on.
2 first downs on this drive, started back at the 11-yard line. Pistol formation with McMillan behind the quarterback, Jet. Give is to McMillan, and he won't get much that time. Gain of about 1. Center of that Boardman defensive line stood tough there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. 2nd down and 9.
Now this 2nd and 9, you can probably guess that Warren's either going to do something with a quarterback sneak or keep her on the edge, or maybe take the top off a little bit on this, maybe give it a shot.
Some scores from around the area. South Range on top of Niles 7-0 in the first quarter. La Brea leading Crestview 7-0 also in the first quarter. Jet will look to throw. Pass intended for Majoris Williams. Incomplete right at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
And again, this is probably a passing situation. Obviously, 3rd and 9. You're on 35-yard line, so if you're Boardman, just play solid, sound defense. Keep the receiver in front of you.
Third down and 9. Spartan defense looking to stiffen here. Force a punt by the Raiders. Dallas Jet will look to throw. Plenty of time. Moves around in the pocket. Under some pressure. Throws it deep downfield, and he's got his receiver, number 11. That's Dom Foster. Complete down inside the 25-yard line. They'll spot him at the 23. 1st and 10 Raiders. Big play there.
And unfortunately, coverage broke down. I mean, quarterback scrambled for a little bit. Looked like maybe he was going to break it loose to try to run, and then just caught Boardman standing there a little bit. Was able to go right past number 12 Freeman. So hopefully he can make up for it on the rest of this drive.
Cam Atwood was on the pressure for the Spartans, but Jet eluded him, got that pass off, and completed it to Foster. 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Give us to McMillan. He'll make a man miss, and he'll be stopped after a short gain. Right now down near the 20-yard line. Sean O'Hora on the tackle, along with Stephen Conti.
Stephen Conti a little slow to get up. Hopefully he could shake that off a little bit there.
Looks like he's up. Staying in the ball game. Some defensive substitutions coming in for the Spartans. Right on the edge of that audible call red zone. 2nd and 9. Give is to Foster on the jet sweep, and he will make a host of Spartans miss, and he won't be brought down until he's inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Warren Harding, inside that audible call red zone at the 6-yard line is where they're going to spot him.
And unfortunately, it looked like Harding got away with a hold there on the edge. They were holding Cam Thompson pretty well, but refs didn't see it.
1st and goal, Harding at the 6. Clock is running, 1:18 left to play here in the first quarter. No score from Mollenkopf. Dallas Jet will keep it around the right side, and he will be knocked down inside the 5. Jared Mahood on the tackle for Boardman.
2nd down and goal. Balls at the 1-yard line.
He got down to the 1, gain of 5, 2nd and goal Raiders. So that Spartan defense is really going to need to stiffen up here now to keep the Raiders out of the end zone.
Yeah, and Don, last time I saw somebody on the 1-yard line, Cortland Love returned one all the way back to the 16-yard line last week against Benedictine. He was the fastest player on the field that night.
If we can see that 2 games in a row, that will really be something.
If we can see that, I'll buy you a Briar Hill pizza from Sunrise, buddy.
Okay, it's a deal. Jet will keep it himself. Pressure in the backfield. He'll now elude that, and he will be stopped short of the goal line. He might have lost a yard. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 2.
Great job by Boardman's defense to close out the quarter.
And as the clock runs inside 4 seconds to play in the first quarter, that will be the final play of the first quarter from Mollenkopf Stadium. The score, Warren G. Harding nothing, Boardman nothing.
I got into the car business and I worked for about 19 years for Saturn. I have always wanted to make sure that the customers' wants and needs were met. Well, I'd like customers to know that I care about them. My goal is to try to find the right vehicle that's the appropriate vehicle for them. I'm Robert Colbert, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm why I'm proud.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
And we are back at Mollenkopf Stadium. 3rd and goal Raiders to start the second quarter from the 2. Dallas Jet will keep it, and he will plunge into the end zone for a touchdown. Raiders to start the second quarter. Fireworks go off here in Warren. That is a nice touch we haven't seen anywhere else.
It's actually really
cool. I
cool.
like that.
Will they do that when Boardman scores?
I don't think we're going to see fireworks if and when the Spartans score here later in the game.
So you're saying they have to create their own?
They have to create their own fireworks, but there are plenty capable of doing that.
Yes,
a lot of offensive weapons on that Spartan team. Jake Doherty to put the extra point in the air for Warren. His kick is up, and it is good. So with 11 minutes, 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter, the score, Warren Harding 7, Boardman nothing.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Impressive drive by the Raiders there. It went 12 plays, 89 yards, took 5 minutes and 17 seconds. The final play, 2 yards by Dallas Jet, the quarterback, for the Raider touchdown.
And Don, really, the play that really hurt them was that long pass play on a breakdown on the defense by the quarterback scramble. Those are tough. Those are tough to make sure you hold your receiver in check the entire time. And I mean, he made a great throw, too, right over the shoulder. I mean, to really only where the receiver could catch it, so.
Okay, so we'll have to see if the Spartans can answer that Raider drive. Again, 89 yards on 12 plays. 11:57 left to play here in the second quarter. And the sun has gone down. Beautiful night in Warren.
Clear skies. Look at that.
Clear skies.
Because we are up there, buddy.
We are up high. Beautiful view here. Nice open press box area. Plenty of room. So thank you to the Warren Athletic Department for their hospitality this evening. So Doherty will kick it off. Cam Thompson and Anthony Hightower deep to receive it for the Spartans. They will position themselves at the 10-yard line. And the Spartans have caught lightning in a bottle a couple of times this year with kick returns. Let's see if they can do it here.
And this is their first time kicking off, too. And, they watched Boardman go for that onside kick, so you never know. You just got to be ready.
Doherty has it teed up at the 40-yard line. He's a 5'8", 150-pound sophomore. And he will get it down towards Cam Thompson. Thompson will take it at the 10. Thompson makes a man miss up the sidelines and will run out of room and be knocked out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Did make the first man miss.
Yeah.
So got a nice return there, but just ran out of field.
Cam Thompson's another one, Don. You gotta just keep an eye on him. I mean, they can easily go right now on 1st and 10, take a shot. So
Spartans will start their second offensive drive from the 25. In their first one ended in Warren Harding territory. They punted away to the Raiders.
No safety help again.
Sean O'Hara breaking some tackles, gets up above over the 30-yard line to the 32.
It's a great hard run by Sean. They actually probably could have caught a little bit of a face mask there. So
second down and 4 for the Spartans. And you know what I noticed? Some press coverage down here on the bottom on Andre Freeman.
Yeah.
They're giving Cam Thompson plenty of room at the top. 10 to 12-yard cushion on the top side. Thomas will give the ball to O'Hara. O'Hara will power across the 35. He'll have enough for the first down.
He did a great job waiting for his blocks. He was very patient on that as well. Just zigs and zags through the middle of that defense and did a great job picking up that first down.
1st and 10 Spartans at the 36. Clock is running. 11 minutes, 5 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Three receivers to the top. Freeman alone to the bottom. Thomas will keep it himself.
There's a
and
face
he's
mask.
got some running room. Flag comes down, and you called it, Donnie. Face mask against the Raiders.
Not sure how they do the face mask this year. I've seen some 15-yarders. I've seen some 10-yarders. This one might be just a quick, easy 10-yarder.
It is a face mask against Harding.
Apparently it's a 5-yarder.
5-yard variety will put the ball right at midfield, but the chains will move. It'll be 1st and 10 Spartans at the midfield stripe.
They've changed that over the years, Don. I mean, they used to be automatic 15-yarders. Didn't matter what it was.
And we don't have Dave Matz in the booth with us tonight to tell us about the rule changes.
Yeah. Can we check with the guys in the truck?
The only trucks are our SUVs parked in the parking lot.
That's it.
Give is to Sean O'Hara. He'll plunge up the middle, get down near the 45-yard line. We'll give him 5, 2nd down and 5.
And, Don, if you're Boardman, you do not have to vacate giving Sean O'Hara the football. I mean, if he's giving you 5-6 yards every time, occasionally he gets stuck in the backfield, but big deal. This kid is not going to quit.
He's averaging nearly 7 yards a carry on the season, so he has been a workhorse for the Spartans, their leading rusher. Very, very powerful, strong young man. So you're absolutely right, Donnie. As long as he's getting positive yardage, keep giving him the football. Hightower comes in motion. Give again is to O'Hara. No, they fake it. Pitches to Hightower. Hightower with some room, and he will be brought down just short of the first down marker at the 40-yard line. We'll see where they position. Initially, I thought the official was going to mark him short, but no, he is going to be just short at the 41.
What was crazy is Sean O'Hara didn't get tackled until well past that first down marker, and he didn't even have the ball.
No, actually, that is enough for the first down. They do move the chains. So right at the 40, 1st and 10 Spartans.
And you're going to get to the point where if you're warned, you can't play that far off of a receiver as you get closer to the end zone. So we'll see what they do here.
They play tight on the slot receiver. They are off the wideouts. Give is to O'Hara, and that time, number 7, Josiah Todd, and 62, Brandon Brantley, make the stop for no gain.
There's a simple case of fool me once, shame on you, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you. So, they didn't think that Hightower was going to get that ball a second time in a row.
Sure didn't. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Boardman. They showed that same look twice, but didn't fool the Raiders there. Thompson and Hightower split out to the bottom part of the field. Bottom part of the field on your TV screen, I guess. Thomas will keep it himself. Penalty marker is down. He'll gain about 3, but we'll wait and see what the penalty is for.
Yeah, usually when a flag's thrown that quick, it's on the offense. Maybe he wasn't set.
Okay, sideline warning against Boardman. The first one of those just is a warning, no penalty. And I don't think a game goes by that we don't see a sideline warning against one or both teams.
3rd down and 6.
And what that means, for those of you who don't know, the players or the coaches are out closer to the field than they should be. There should be a 2-yard gap there for the officials to move. And if they get too close to that, they'll give them that warning. If they do it a second time, then it will incur penalty yardage. 3rd and 6 for Boardman. Thomas will give it to O'Hara. O'Hara with some running room, and he will be stopped short of the first down marker at the 32. It'll bring up 4th down and 2 for Boardman.
And Boardman learned from this last time. They threw the ball on 3rd and 8 last time, and they had an incompletion. They were forced to punt. Now they run the ball on 3rd and 8. They get positive yards, 4 or 5 yards, and now they can go for it on 4th down.
So 4th and 2.
And you should have your entire playbook ready for this.
This would be a 49-yard field goal, so a little bit too far to attempt a field goal attempt.
Not with our soccer players, Don.
May not be, but Coach Antrim's going to go for it. And going to call timeout. So the Spartans use their first timeout of the half here. 7 minutes, 24 seconds left to play in the second quarter. The score, Warren Harding 7, Boardman nothing.
My old boss, he said I would be good at sales because I'm good with people and everything like that. So he offered me a job, and here I am. I have a lot of repeat customers, and referrals, and it's just nice seeing them with smiles on their faces when, they pick up their vehicles, them telling me how happy they are with the vehicles. So that's what keeps you going. I'm Jim Timko, and I've been at Greenwood Chevrolet for 20 years.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
I am hungry for some Coca's Pizza.
Absolutely.
That sounds good right about now. Scores from around the area. That big game that features 2 of Boardman's opponents later in the season from Canfield. The Fitch Falcons and the Cardinals tied 0-0. That game still shows in the first quarter. Here at Mollenkopf Stadium in Warren, it is 7-0 Raiders. The Spartans find themselves 4th down and 2 at the Warren Harding 32-yard line. O'Hara single back in the backfield with Thomas. You got wideouts left and right. Fernando Ortiz in motion. Give is to O'Hara. And not sure. I think he's going to be short where they're spotting him right now.
It sure looked like he made it past that 30-yard line, Don, and then they all of a sudden they spot him in the back behind a little bit. I don't know.
Sean O'Hara stopped short by the center of that Warren Harding line, and I think he needed to get inside the 31 for the first down, and it appears that he didn't make it. Or actually needed to get right to the 30, and they've got it spotted about half a yard short. So
it's unfortunate. 2 drives stall for Boardman, both on Warren Harding's side of the field. You know, those are momentum killers. You just got to make sure you defensively step up and stop them on this drive. You don't want this game to get ugly.
Okay, so the Boardman defense back out on the field. Dallas Jet will have 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single back, shotgun formation by Warren. He'll give the ball to McMillan. He's got a lot of running room through the center of that Boardman defense. He'll be knocked down by number 10, Thomas Andahar, but not before he moves the chains out to the 46-yard line.
And Andahar saw him coming, said, I wasn't about to get run over. Give him a nice big stick.
We've got an injured player on the field, and while they attend to that injured Warren Harding Rainer, we'll take a break after this. We'll be back after this from the Air Force.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
We're back to Mollenkopf Stadium. The injured Raider is number 26, Bryson Powell, being helped off the field. And it will be 1st and 10 Raiders at the 46-yard line after the nice gain by McMillan.
15-yard gain. Sure looked like it was about a 30-yard gain the way he was wide open.
Little trickery. Give is to number 24. That's Tariq Ivory.
They're going to get Stephen Conti for a face mask, but man, I don't think that was the case. And it's a
well, and unfortunately, we don't have replays tonight.
You know what they called that on Warren? Did he mean to call that on Warren?
Huh.
Yeah, he called it on number 11 for Warren, or number 9. I'm sorry.
Personal foul face mask on number 9, Kanye Red for the Raiders.
And did he get it on the stiff arm maybe? That's what it was. Okay. I thought maybe they had Stephen Conti for that, but Stephen Conti made a phenomenal play in the open field there to disrupt that. It's going to turn into a much bigger loss on the play. But, man, he was ready. He stayed home, stuck it to him, even sustained the face mask.
Nice play by Conte. Sniffed out that trickery by the Raiders, tackled him for a loss. And it'll be 1st down and 30 for Warren Harding. Jet will call his own number, keeps it up the middle. Nice gain, gets a lot of that penalty yardage back, and he'll be stopped at the 39. Tackle by 15, Jared Mahood for Boardman.
Yeah, picked up 13 yards on that play there. Still 2nd and 17, but, man, you don't want to give up 13 yards on any play.
No, there's been some – Warren's been able to open up some nice holes up the middle against that Boardman Spartan defense, something we haven't seen a lot this year.
Usually it's the edge.
And I don't see big number 52, Cortland Love, out there right now.
And that's usual. Cortland will have a series off now and again, but maybe they see something where they might need a little bit more quickness on that line instead of his brute strength.
Jet will look to throw. Deep down the field, his receiver was open. That's number 24, Tariq Ivory, just overthrew him.
Fake the camera out a little bit.
Ivory showing some speed there. He was running step for step with the Boardman defender, but then at the last second just broke away, was about a yard behind Freeman, but the pass overthrown. But I'll tell you what, Jet throws a nice ball.
He does. He really does. He's a heck of an athlete.
Okay, it's now 3rd and 17. Clock is stopped. 5 minutes, 51 seconds left to play here in the first half. So the Boardman defense looking to get off the field here. They'll rush 3. Jet again will put it in the air down the middle and in and out of the hands of number 11, Dom Foster. He was open, had the ball at the 20-yard line and just dropped it. You can't blame that one on quarterback Dallas Jet.
3rd and 17, Don. He is wide open down the middle of the field. That cannot happen if you're Boardman's defense. You've got to tighten it up on that backside.
That's correct, Donnie. The Boardman defense really dodged a bullet there. And you know, it's the same thing we saw last week at Benedictine. A couple long passes down the field right through the arms of the Bengal receivers, and we saw one right there from Warren Harding. So Boardman catches a break there. Doherty will be back to punt, and the dangerous Cam Thompson set up at the 29-yard line to return it.
Yeah, Don, the only difference between this week and last week is the opponents wearing black and gold.
And that punt will be straight up in the air. It'll bounce at the 40. Thompson will wisely stay away from it.
Hopefully.
I hope. And it'll be down at the 26-yard line by the Raiders, where the Spartans will take over for their 3rd offensive series of the game. 1st and 10 Boardman at the 26.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Now is the time to think about your future, where you want to go, what you want to be. Your future can start now at Kent State Salem or Kent State East Liverpool. We have programs that will open doors and provide opportunities for you to pursue your passion. We are affordable, we are close. You call it hometown, we call it Kent State University. Learn more at www.kent.edu/Columbiana. You belong here.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
And we are back at Mollenkoff Stadium. Don Mascolo with Donnie Riccatelli here on YSN, your home for live, local high school sports.
Shout out to Bill Amendahl and Scott Murray watching all the way up in Clarion today on the river.
If you're watching us today out there, wherever you're at, send us a text, 330-299-8527. That's 330-299-8527. You might even get a mention on the air. Give us to Anthony Hightower, and he will lose a yard on that play as the Raiders string it out.
You know, no knock on Anthony, but I'd like to see some of those go to number 3, Cam Thompson. Just a much more physical specimen than number 1. I mean, number 1's a good athlete, heck of an athlete, but Cam Thompson's a beast.
You know, I think Thompson is a little bit more decisive when he makes a cut.
He is.
And that maybe is a wrinkle we'll see later in the ball game. But 2nd and 12, so Hightower lost 2 on that play. Spartans at their 24-yard line. This is their 3rd offensive series of the game. Under 5 minutes to play, first half. Thomas will look to throw. He will now get it out to Sean O'Hora. And they're going to say that was a backwards pass, I think. And Tazon Wallace will pick up that loose ball, and the Raiders are going to be in business.
Yeah. This
right
is where,
at the 20-yard line.
This is where the decision-making of Terrence Thomas needs to improve. I mean, he had quite a few mental mistakes last week in the third quarter against Benedictine, and it really let the game unravel. And, man, he could have just kept the ball and kept going. I mean, I don't think anybody would have caught him for maybe 6, 7, 8 yards. But decided, got indecisive and threw the ball backwards. So,
unfortunately, we don't have a replay crew with us from BSTN here this week, but it did look to my eye like it was a backward pass.
Yeah, it definitely was backward. I mean, I think the officials were able to use the red line, the
20-yard line there.
Yeah.
So the Raiders will get the ball back after the Boardman turnover inside the audible call red zone, 1st and 10 at the 19, headed right towards their band.
Now, that was a forward pass.
That was definitely a forward pass. Dallas Jet overthrew number 9, Kanye Red. But he puts that on target, and he's got a lot of running room over there.
Shout out to Mike Ackelson and the Mikeettes, Billy Mack back at the studio. I'm sure they're going to see quite a few touchdowns tonight.
Okay, second down and 10.
It might as well be
Raiders at the 19-yard line. Boardman defense really needs to stiffen here. I don't think they want to go down 2 scores before halftime. 3 wideouts to the left. Jet will throw. He'll complete it to Kanye Red, but then a number of Spartans will make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. I think he even lost a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
If you're Boardman's defense, if you can hold them here, force them to maybe a long field goal, I like your chances.
Loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 11. Calls it the 20-yard line.
So 3rd and 11 for the Raiders.
Still waiting to see if our buddy Matt Ward's sitting at home on his couch with his recliner, sitting at home on his recliner with his feet up in the air.
We're glad you're with us wherever you are here on YSN. Give is to McMillan. He's got some running room inside the 20-yard line. He'll be stopped at the 16. And it'll bring up 4th down and 7. And we're going to see the field goal team for the Raiders come out. Fernando Ortiz on the tackle for Boardman.
Balls at the 16-yard line. On to try the 26-yard field goal. Number 12, Jake Doherty. Holding at number 18, Luke Clayholz.
So it'll be about a 34-yard attempt for Jake Doherty. Hash mark far side. Up, and it is blocked by the Spartans. It'll go out of the back of the end zone, but Boardman blocks that kick. One of those big arms from one of the Boardman defensive linemen got up there. And so Boardman dodges that bullet after that turnover.
Can this be a momentum swing for Boardman now? I mean, you held him. You did a great job, after that turnover, to a block field goal. Can you do something now? Can you move the ball down the field like you were at the beginning of the game? 3 minutes to go before the half. You got plenty of time. You got 2 timeouts. You're going to get the ball at halftime as well. So see what you got.
This is time. 3 minutes, 10 seconds. 2 timeouts, as you say, Donnie. So Boardman will start right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, 80 yards from the other end zone. And this is the time to mount a drive if you're that Boardman Spartan offense. Give is to Sean O'Hara. Short gain, crosses the 20, maybe gets 1 yard.
Tackle by number 7, Josiah Todd.
Josiah Todd on the tackle for Warren Harding. Mollenkopf Stadium, a New Deal era structure built back in the Roosevelt administration, was redone several years ago. Beautiful facility, one of the nicest high school facilities in the area.
It's always great coming here. It reminds me of home away from home, really. I mean, you got some great quality restaurants around. The community is very proud of their football program.
Sean O'Hara up across the 30-yard line. He'll have enough for a 1st down, bouncing off of Harding defenders. They'll move the chains. And when they've got him set, the clock will run. 2 minutes, 26 seconds left to play here before halftime.
Still 2 timeouts, plenty of time. Let that clock run down a little bit. You don't want to give Warren another chance.
Hightower comes in motion. Give is to O'Hora. No, Thomas keeps it, fakes it to O'Hora. Terrence Thomas with some running room. And he'll be brought down after a nice gain of, we'll call it 6. 2nd down and 4 Spartans.
Solid run for Thomas on there. Now you can have, with 2nd and 6, you can pretty much do whatever you want across the middle of the field. Again, minute 45 to go, 2 timeouts left. Plenty of time, plenty of opportunities to do anything you want with the playbook.
Thomas will roll to his left, looks to throw, puts it in the air. Intended receiver is Freeman, right on the sidelines, incomplete. I think he would have probably been out of bounds had he caught it. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for Boardman. Minute 25, clock is stopped here in the second quarter.
3rd down and 4. 3rd down defense.
I don't know, I think you're taking a little bit of a chance there with rolling Terrence out. I'd like to see him just drop back maybe a little bit, to where if he feels both edges rushing, he could suck it up the middle and gain some positive yards. But rolling out, throwing, it's a little bit harder to do when you're not a seasoned quarterback.
Especially a right-handed thrower rolling to his left.
Absolutely.
Has Cam Thompson been targeted yet in the first half here, Donnie? I don't think he has.
Yeah, on that fumble, that backward pass. But, you still have the big boy.
Just as I say, they go out towards Cam Thompson, incomplete up near midfield. 4th and 4. And now the Spartans will bring out the punting unit.
And the problem is on that now, it's a minute 20 to go, and Harding still has all 3 timeouts. So, you probably should have pump faked that to Cam Thompson. It looked like the defender bit on it. Cam would have been wide open, probably would have scored a touchdown on that play. But again, not a seasoned quarterback. You're not used to those types of plays. It's a little tough.
On to punt number 5, Fernando Ortiz for the Spartans.
It is Fernando Ortiz doing the punting tonight for Boardman right now.
Fumble.
And fumble picked up by number 8, Ashton LaBelle.
That's number 9.
Is that 9
Stephen
or is
Conte, right?
No, I think it's 8.
They're not letting him advance
maybe
the
he can't
the
advance the fumble.
Oh, it is Ashton LaBelle.
It
Sorry,
is
Don.
Ashton LaBelle. Receiver went through the arms of the receiver. He caught it and immediately fumbled the football, bounced right into LaBelle's hands at the 29-yard line, where Boardman will take over. 1st and 10 at the 29, and that might be the break that Boardman was looking for.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, that's unfortunate that you can't advance a football, but, hey, we'll take a turnover, I guess.
That's another one of those rules that's different in high school.
Yeah.
That we seem to find out about on a weekly basis. They'll spot it at the 30, so Boardman with a golden opportunity here right before halftime.
Now, Don, what I would be doing right now is I would put that ball in the corner of the end zone to number 3, to where only number 3 can catch the ball.
I'd like to see that same play they did against Benedictine in the end zone. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
If you get single coverage against Cam Thompson, whichever side of the field he's on, that would be the quick change momentum play here. And Thompson is split to the high side of the field. And Warren Harding will call timeout right there.
Did you see a safety over there for any help?
There was no safety help on that side of the field, Donnie. So Thompson, I'm going to guess, would have been open there. So we'll see what happens. Timeout Harding. They use their first of the half.
If you're Boardman and you don't recognize that, you got to look. I mean, the kid's been dynamic all year. I mean, he's by getting the ball out deep to him is really open up the run game for them. So hopefully, we could see some good stuff happening.
Next week's opponent, Ursuline, trails Akron St. Vincent St. Mary in the second quarter, 27-7.
Wow.
We'll have that game for you here on YSN between the Spartans and the Irish from Youngstown State next Friday night, 7 p.m. Looking forward to seeing the broadcast facilities at Stambaugh Stadium next Friday night.
Harding calls a timeout. They still don't put safety help over the top for Cam Thompson. I would take the shot right now.
And Thomas is going to be sacked back at the 35-yard line. That's 51 Kincaid Tyson on the sack for the Raiders. Loss of 6, 2nd and 16. Clock running, 50 seconds left to play.
Yeah, not really sure what you saw on that side of the field except for single coverage on the other side again.
Thomas straight back.
Not even looking number 3's way.
And he'll complete it to Anthony Hightower down at the 26-yard line. Boardman immediately calls timeout. That's their second of the game. Clock stop, 32 seconds left to play. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Spartans. Donnie, did you know, I'm sure you knew this, in 1982, a World Championship boxing match was held right here in Mollenkopf Stadium between Youngstown's own Boom Boom Mancini and Ernesto Espana.
Wow.
Mancini won by a TKO in the 6th round, and apparently there was 20,000 people here in attendance at that fight. Now,
that's incredible. Now listen, I was 3 years old at the time, but I bet you I was slobbering just as much as Espana was after Boom Boom laid it to him.
I can remember that. I'm a little bit older than you. I think I was 14 at the time, but it was a big deal in the area. And also another famous thing that happened here at Mollenkopf Stadium back in 1969 as part of the Trumbull County Fair. The Monkees played a concert here. You know, hey, we're the Monkees. So
all right.
We won't, folks, I know you'll be tuning out if we start singing. But
did people say we were messing around?
We were not messing around. No. So 3rd down and 6 Spartans here. 32 seconds left to play in the half.
Yeah, press coverage on Cam Thompson now. This is the go-to. There he is.
Thomas
there he
will
is.
Roll
there
that
he is.
way. Puts it in the air, and he short-hopped the throw to Thompson.
Sorry, guys. It's a little frustrating to watch because we know what kind of athlete he is, and it's a great opportunity.
And we are going to see a field goal attempt by Boardman. Cole Conkson's going to come out. He's going to attempt a 41-yard field goal. Actually, it'll be 42 from where it's spotted down, just inside the hash mark. Now, Conkson has plenty of leg. He's 2 of 2 for the year with a long of 35. Timeout, Boardman. So I've been waiting to see a long field goal attempt, and looks like we're going to see one here.
He's definitely got the leg.
4th and 6. The holder is Anthony Hightower, who's played a lot of quarterback this year, so maybe some trickery from Coach Antrim.
Yeah, I really thought, I know they called that comeback for Thompson, but he had his defender beat after the first step. I thought maybe he was going to go over the top to him, but it's one of those things where like it's easier to see up here when you can see all the field versus down on the field.
So Conkson has scored 7 goals on the soccer field this week, and he's trying to get 3 tonight for the football team. Anthony Hightower will spot it down at the 42 or 32. It'll be a 42-yard attempt. Conkson's kick is up, and his kick is good. From 42 yards out, Cole Conkson makes the score. Warren Harding 7, Boardman 3. And we've said all year, Donnie, that these kickers that the Spartans have are going to be a weapon, and we certainly saw it right there.
I mean, their athleticism is just as elite as anybody out on that field. I mean, they tear it up on the soccer field, but my God, to have legs like that, it's amazing.
Second quarter score from Canfield. Canfield leads Fitch 21-10. We'll see both of those teams later on this season at Spartan Stadium. The final 2 weeks of the year, we'll see Austintown Fitch, and then we'll see Canfield. Both two very powerful teams in the area. So we are just about to halftime here. 20 seconds left to play. The Raiders on top of the Spartans, 7-0. 7-3, excuse me.
Yeah.
But it's correct on your screen. Again, if you're watching us on YSN, let us know where you're watching from. You can send us a text, 330-299-8527 and let us know. We're glad you're with us. And again, just a shout out to all of our sponsors. You see them up in the upper right-hand corner, and of course in the commercials that we play during the breaks. It is through their generous support that we're able to bring you this live high school sports free of charge here on YSN. Conkson got to be excited after that 42-yard field goal.
Yeah, might kick it out of the end zone.
And he's kicked some into the end zone this year. This one will be squibbed on the ground. Raiders will get a chance to return it. That's 24. Tariq Ivory. And nice return by Ivory. He'll be out to the 37-yard line. 13 seconds left to play. The Raiders with 2 timeouts. And we'll see what Coach Arnold elects to do here right before halftime.
I had a feeling Arnold's going to try to go over the top. You got 2 timeouts. You could go right across the middle. I mean, they missed a wide open wide receiver on 3rd and 17 right down the middle their last possession. So you never know, Don.
They've had receivers open deep in the Spartan secondary, so not a lot to lose by taking a shot here. Boardman has shown that they're susceptible to that this year. Got Stephen Conti and Anthony Hightower at the deep safeties for Boardman, but Harding will run the ball. That's Dallas Jett keeping it, and he'll cross midfield and be knocked out of bounds right across the midfield stripe. We'll call it the 49-yard line. 5 seconds left to play. This will be the final play of the half in all likelihood.
Most likely, he's going to take a shot down the field.
Harding calls timeout. And while they do, we will also. We'll be back after this from the Purple Cat.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday.
And we're back for the final play of the first half. Dallas Jett will drop straight back. He'll be pressured by the Boardman defensive line. He'll scramble around, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. So as 0 show on the clock here to end the second quarter, the score, Warren Harding 7, Boardman 3.
Harding Raiders 7. Enjoy the halftime show.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
We're back, and we'll turn the halftime entertainment over to the Spartan Marching Band, making their entrance onto the field. The pride of Boardman, under the direction of Tom Ruggieri. It's the Spartan Marching Band.
Before we play our final selection tonight, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your kind attention. We'd also like to thank the Harding Band Boosters for their hospitality. Fans of marching bands and especially percussion sections will enjoy the Boardman Drum Night coming up on Monday, October 4th at 7 p.m. in Spartan Stadium. Drum lines from Hubbard, Poland, Austintown, and Howland will perform. It's only $2 to get in, and senior citizens are free. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Spartan Silks and Sweethearts and vocalists Riley McCurdy and Caleb Austin are featured on a 1980s hit by Thomas Dolby. Here is She Blinded Me with Science.
They're burning.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Percussion instructors are Brian Yager. The band is led onto the field by field commanders Brandon King, Marina Ramsey, Olivia Dunn, and head drummer Carson Peterson. The Raider Band is proud to present our 2021 show titled We Like It, as we feature a variety of hit songs that we know you'll enjoy. Our opening song is widely popular with marching bands all across the country. We hope that you like our version of the Chicago hit 25 or 6 to 4.
Sebring, yeah, they're not playing Sebring. It's wrong. I won't say anything about that. That's right. That's right.
Up next, our flag line is featured to our show's most recent hit by the duo Silk Sonic. Released in March of 2021, and performed by Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. This soul R&B mashup is quickly becoming one of our favorites. Here is Leave the Door Open. The Raider Band is on the move with this Latin-inspired 2018 hit that Rolling Stones called the Song of the Summer. Featuring Cardi B. Here is I Like It.
It's great to...
What's up, boys? How y'all doing? Good.
That's old school marketing game right there.
That's what, I heard of a couple that, just last today and yesterday, and I'm like, okay, I hate when this happens.
The Raider Band would like to thank all of you for being a wonderful audience tonight. Now join us as we cheer on our Raider King.
Yes.
Great performances by both of the bands, Boardman and Warren G. Harding. Donnie and I were just commenting on what great sounds both of these bands have. So great night of entertainment here at halftime, and I think the second half is going to be just as entertaining.
I agree. I mean, look to see some more offensive explosion in the third quarter. I would expect from both teams. I mean, it was a pretty I don't want to say boring first half because they did move the ball quite a bit in between the 20s, but now I think it's time to amp it up a little bit.
We'll give you some updates from scores from around the area. United leads East Palestine 16-6. Salem on top of Marlington 14-3. Garfield all over the Campbell Memorial Red Devils 42-0. Liberty with a touchdown over Champion 7-0. Brookfield over Newton Falls 21-0. Surprising score, St. Vincent St. Mary 33, Ursuline 7. Not sure I was predicting an Ursuline win, but I didn't think it would be a 33-7 deficit.
We even talked about that yesterday, Don, on the Power Hour. We were talking that St. Vincent St. Mary struggled to score against the Harding Raiders. I mean, obviously, Boardman struggling to score right now, only 3 points on the board, but Ursuline has been an offensive juggernaut so far for the year. And again, look, it's a very eerily similar score that they had against Chardon week 3 in the season, and they were down 33-0, I believe, and ended up coming all the way back to 36-27, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think Ursuline's dead to the rights yet. So
no, a lot of playmakers on that Irish team. Struthers over Jefferson 21-14. Canfield leads Fitch at halftime 21-10 in two schools that haven't played in quite a while.
Yeah, since 2003.
Springfield over Waterloo 37-0. Poland all over Girard 28-7, and South Range 4 touchdowns up on Niles 28-0.
Yeah, South Range is the team of the area so far this year. I mean, they've been solid since week 1.
Beautiful night for football here in Northeast Ohio. We'll be back after this from the United States Air Force.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience, WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSwealth.com. Good luck, athletes.
And we're back. The second half just about ready to get underway here. The teams have come back out onto the field and are conducting warm-ups. They do a very, very nice tribute on the video board here at Mollenkopf Stadium to former Raider and Harding Panther players from that era all the way to the present who made it to the NFL. And quite the lineup that they have here at Warren, from Pro Football Hall of Famer Paul Warfield, Corey Stringer, Mario Manningham, Maurice Claret, the Browner brothers. Ross was a Outland Trophy winner and won a national championship at my alma mater, Notre Dame, in 1977. College Football Hall of Famer. He had brothers that played at USC. Maurice Claret, of course, who started Ohio State. So very nice presentation on the video board here at halftime they've done in Warren.
Yeah, and they've had some great guys, and they do a lot of philanthropy as well. I mean, you have Derek Tolles that runs a Inspiring Minds facility where he gets a lot of kids in, and they do a lot of tutoring and whatnot, similar to like a Boys and Girls Club. And they have a fantastic golf outing every year at the Avalon Lakes, and he brings in a lot of NFL guys, AJ Hawk, Bobby Carpenter. 1 year Brady Quinn was there, but Daniel Boomheron. I mean, these guys all give back to their community, which is fantastic. And I mean, 36 players just says a lot about this entire area, let alone for one school.
Absolutely. We'd like to give a shout out to Jim Simon, Boardman class of 1963. He says he watches us every week down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So, Jim, we are so glad that you're with us and we're able to bring you Boardman Spartan football down on the Gold Coast of South Carolina.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jim.
Okay, the Spartans will receive the second half kickoff here. They got some momentum with that 42-yard field goal just before halftime by Cole Conkson. The lone score for Warren Harding, that touchdown, a 2-yard run by their quarterback, Dallas Jett. The Spartans dodged a bullet after a fumble deep inside their territory at the 20-yard line. Actually, a backward pass that was then fumbled. But they dodged a bullet with blocking the field goal of Doherty of the Raiders. So 7-3, good ball game. Very reminiscent of that Benedictine game, close game in the first half. Now Boardman's got to come out here in the second half and play like they did in the first.
Yeah, the difference in the two games is Benedictine had the ball coming out of the second half and went right down the field and scored, and now Boardman has the opportunity to get the ball, and hopefully they can do the same.
We're going to take well, no, I guess we're not. I thought we had a little bit more time there. I was going to say we're going to take a commercial break, but now the official signals that they are about ready to go. So they put 12 minutes up on the scoreboard, and we'll get ready to start the second half. Cam Thompson, the dangerous kick returner for Boardman, will position himself deep to receive the second half kickoff. And Jake Doherty will kick it off for the Raiders from the 40-yard line, and we're ready to go here to start the second half from Mollenkopf Stadium.
Back deep for the Spartans, number 3, Cam Thompson, and number 1, Anthony Hightower.
Thompson and Hightower deep for Boardman. Doherty with an end-over-end kick. Hightower will take it at the 13-yard line, cuts to the middle of the field, avoids some tacklers, now reverses direction, and he'll be brought down over the 30 at the 33-yard line.
Very solid return there by Anthony Hightower.
That was Kanye Red tackling for the Raiders.
Boardman takes over, 1st and 10.
Boardman will be 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line to start the third quarter.
Check that, 33-yard line.
Well, I said 34. That's what the scoreboard showed, and I guess they fooled both me and the PA announcer because we both said 34, and now it's actually at the 33. So 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line for the Spartans. Terrence Thomas in shotgun with Sean O'Hora in the backfield. He'll give it to O'Hora. O'Hora will pound through the center of that Raider defense and get it up near the first down marker. I think he's going to be just short. We'll give him 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Again, we talked about that in the first half, Don. You gotta win first downs if you're Boardman, and they certainly did that on that play. Great run by Sean O'Hora.
Cam Thompson will spread out to the short side of the field, bottom of your TV screen. Passes out to Hightower. Hightower with some running room, and he'll be tackled up at the midfield stripe, but have plenty for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Spartans at midfield.
Brought down by number 6, Devin Ball. Gain of 8.
Shout out to my wife, Kara, watching from home. She said she was able to hear a nice display of both bands.
Good. I'm glad that audio came through. I'm glad to hear that. Those two bands did a great job. Those kids worked very hard throughout the year and put on a great performance. Terrence Thomas will keep it. He'll fumble the football, and it'll go out of bounds. Thomas with the fumble. We'll see where they spot it.
Number 4, Terrence Thomas.
Should be enough for a first down.
And if they're gonna spot it where it went out of bounds, apparently in high school you can fumble the ball forward. So the officials over there conferring, and now I think they're gonna meet. And I do have a hard time believing that you could fumble the ball forward and gain that yardage.
Yeah. If that was the case, I think that would happen a lot more often.
Just toss it out there if you wanted to. And they're now conferring, the officiating crew conferring, and they do mark it as a first down.
Wow.
Learning something new every night. Well, the rest of the press box here is just as confused as we were. We didn't think you could possibly fumble the ball forward and gain the yardage, but that's what they just did there. 1st and 10 Spartans at the 40-yard line. Thomas will fake the handoff to O'Hora, keep it himself. He'll head towards that far sideline. run into the Boardman bench after a short gain.
Interesting to see 2 plays in a row with Terrence Thomas keeping the ball like that. 2nd and 8.
They'll give them 1, 2nd down and 9, just inside the 40-yard line. Just underway here in the second half. Give us to O'Hora. And O'Hora, flags come out, and I thought when he went into the center of that line, they got his face mask. And
spun around pretty quick there, so that should be.
Agree.
Is this a 5-yarder? Is this a 15-yarder, 10-yarder? I don't know.
I'm not even going to venture a guess.
Yeah. Not a dead ball personal foul. So
we'll wait for him to march it off.
15 yards.
And it is 15 yards, a 15-yard variety. Unfortunately, here at Mollenkoff, they do not have the referee mic'd, so we cannot hear the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 Spartans at the 24-yard line, just on the outside fringes of that audible call red zone.
Yeah.
Impressive opening drive here for the Spartans in the second half, aided by a penalty on the Raiders. Give us to O'Hora, straight up the middle, short gain, maybe 1, brings up 2nd down and 9.
Brought down by number 61, Tamari Jackson.
Tamari Jackson on the tackle for the Raiders, wearing that big cast on his right arm. Tamari, a 6'1", 190 defensive lineman. Players from both teams wearing the pink of Breast Cancer Awareness Month tonight. Give us to O'Hora, and he'll be stopped after a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Josiah Todd making the stop of O'Hora, and it looked like Thomas maybe wanted to pull that out, but O'Hora held on to the ball.
Didn't look like much was going to go anywhere on the outside either. Looked like Warren had that pretty much covered up.
3rd and 9 for the Spartans. They look to the sidelines for the play to be signaled in. Clock running down near 9 minutes left in the third quarter.
We got about 5 seconds to get this play off.
They'll get it off. Thomas will be back to throw. He looks for Thompson and knocked away at the last minute. Good defense there by the Raiders. The defender right with Thompson.
It was finally nice to see them take a shot downfield. They had him with 20 seconds to go in the half, but they decided to run a comeback instead. But hey, look for more of those shots in the second half, I would hope.
That was Dallas Jett, the quarterback, also on good coverage there. He's had a nice ball game tonight.
He really
was right
has.
with Cam Thompson. We're going to see the field goal unit out on the field again for the Spartans. Now they send the offense back, and we're going to have to call timeout. A little bit of confusion. We saw the field goal team come out, and then some offensive players come back on, and so with the play clock running down, the Spartans will take their first timeout here of the second half.
I've been in sales for 13 years. A few of my friends were in the car business and did really well, so they said, hey man, I think you should come over here and sell cars. There's so many different people that cross your desk that have been through so many different things, and it's my job to make the whole experience very easy for you. It's really finding the wants and needs, and it's my job to get, your payment to where you need it to be, affordable for you. I'm Paul Kello. I'm here to go the extra mile for you.
So we're waiting to see what the Spartans have decided to do after that ad from Greenwood Chevrolet. And it's a decision time for Coach Antrim. In his first year here at Boardman, 4-2 record for the Spartans. 4th down and 9. Ball is at the 23-yard line. So it would be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It looks like the ball is positioned dead center of the field.
Yeah.
We saw Cole Conkson made it easily from 42 in the first half. But we'll see what happens here. The field goal unit originally did come out onto the field, and then I think there was a change of heart over on that Boardman sidelines, and with the play clock running down, they wisely called timeout. Not sure what they're going to do here.
Looks like they're going to have a media timeout.
And we do have a media timeout, so comfortable night here in Warren. Nice crowd on hand.
Yeah, really nice home crowd right now. I mean, look, they had some issues with the visitor bleachers, so they had to have that whole first or bottom half, I should say, of the bleachers cut off. But looks like they're going for it, Don.
Okay, the Spartans are going to go for it. 4th and 9 at the 23. Terrence Thomas will drop straight back to pass. Ahora stays in to block. He'll throw across the middle, intended for Anthony Hightower. The pass is high and incomplete, and the ball will go over on downs to the Raiders. Hightower was hit as he went up high into the air, and he's still down on the field. The Boardman training staff will come out and take a look at him.
And they took a nice shot in the back there on that pass play. I don't know. You just saw your kicker kick a 42-yard field goal. That would have been a 40-yard field goal, But again, one score game regardless. So
one score game. So the defense will go back onto the field and try to get the ball back for the Boardman offense. We'll take a break and be right back after this with an update on Anthony Hightower.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
So after going for it on 4th and 9, the Spartans turned the ball over on downs to the Raiders. Dallas Jett keeping the ball. He'll gain 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 8 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Clock is running. The Raiders lead the Spartans 7-3. So Coach Antrim passed up on a 40-yard field goal attempt there. Went for it on 4th and 9. Pass incomplete to Anthony Hightower. He did get up and walk off under his own power.
It's good to see.
Perhaps just had the wind knocked out of him.
He's actually out there on defense right now, too.
And he's back on the field, so we can end any speculation about his status. Playing safety. Dallas Jett will throw the ball. Intended receiver is Tariq Ivory, and that pass well short of its intended target. And it's 3rd down and 9 Raiders. This is where they like to go deep down the field, so Boardman needs to be ready for that.
Yeah, if you're Harding, you're really not doing much in the running game. He had a couple decent runs, but nothing to write home about. So they're probably going to take a shot here. Trips out to the left, doubles on the right, nobody to cover, and the slot receiver right now.
And they'll get some pressure on Jett. He's got a lot of running room, and the Spartans won't get him. Now he fumbles the football. And who recovers it? It's still on the ground, and I think Boardman has it. Pouncing on top of that football is number 3, Cam Thompson.
Wow, they dodged a major bullet there, Don, that's for sure.
They sure did. They spread the field. Boardman vacated the center, and as soon as he made it past that defensive line, he had plenty of running room.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which Spartan came up and knocked it out of his hands from behind, but then it fumbled, it rolled a few times. Several people had chances on it, but it was finally Cam Thompson from his safety position was able to get on that ball at the 31-yard line. So now Boardman gets it back. 1st and 10, their second drive here of the second half.
And that was actually a great play call by Warren Harding, too. What they did is they had trips to the left and twins out to the right. They rolled everybody off on the twin side, and he had dazed the run. So great play call. Just unfortunate he fumbled the ball and fortunately for Cam Thompson, he fell underneath it.
Now, Boardman's going to have to take advantage of these opportunities here because need to score. O'Hora, the ball carrier, short gain up the middle of the field into the heart of that Harding defense.
Takes it out to the 34 where his tackle.
We'll give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
We're glad you're with us here on YSN tonight.
Press coverage on Cam Thompson on the outside.
Throws it out to Hightower with some running room. And he'll reach for the first down and have enough for the first down up across the 40-yard line. They've showed that play a couple times this evening and had some good gains. So it'll be 1st and 10, Boardman at the 42. On the play for Warren Harding, Johnny Taylor, number 81, made the tackle. So 81 tackled 1.
Approaching midfield, I'd like to see a nice little hand off the number 6 here, see what he can grab.
And give is to O'Hora, straight up the middle. Tackled by Trayvon Allen.
Tackled by 17, Trayvon Allen.
We'll get about a 6. We'll call it 2nd down and 4.
2nd down and 4.
What's interesting, we don't see Boardman try to disguise Cam Thompson much. He is usually split out himself. It'd be interesting to see if he was put in the slot or a bunch position, maybe kind of they could lose him in the middle.
It's one heck of an athlete, that's for sure.
Thomas straight back to pass. He's looking for Thompson, and he had a step. Actually, that was Anthony Hightower. He had a step on the defender, but the ball is overthrown and out of bounds. Bring up 3rd down and 4.
On the coverage is number 13, Anthony Dukes. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down defense.
3rd and 4, just short of midfield, halfway through the 3rd quarter. Thomas will call his own number, keeps it himself, straight up the middle, and he's going to be marked very close. I think he's going to be just short, and it'll be decision time for Coach Seth Antrim.
Yeah, Don, if he's just short, what I'm doing is I'm going under center, and I'm giving it to him right again. I mean, there's no need to second-guess any of that.
Yeah, they're going to actually measure this, but
officials time out for a measurement.
Looked short to my untrained eye, but they're going to pause to take a measurement here. I think he's going to be short. The Spartan girls soccer team under Coach Duramo beat Warren G. Harding on Monday night at Spartan Stadium 4-2, and last night played a thrilling 0-0 tie against Ursuline. The Lady Spartans will play Austintown Fitch in an All-American Conference game next Wednesday, the 6th, at home. Kickoff at 7 p.m. for the varsity.
Looks like he's about a foot shy of the first down, but still, I'm going for it, Don. I mean, look, you got nothing to lose right now. I mean, this is you have to have a playoff mindset. I mean, every game going forward, you need to get a win to make it into the week 11. So,
foot short. You've got a running back who came into the game over 700 yards on the year. I got to think we don't have the stats for tonight, but he's got to be up over 800 with what he's done tonight.
Yeah.
Strong kid. I'd really like to see him go under center and just give it to Sean O'Hora straight up the middle. So we'll see what happens.
Shotgun.
Spartans will show shotgun, and that is, well, now Thomas will come up under center. Thomas will keep it himself. And with the push, I think where they're going to mark it, he's going to have it.
He definitely got at least a foot there.
Yeah,
so that's the first down.
The initial push, he was past the line to gain for sure, and then they pushed him back. So very close, but
I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervous when he lined up in shotgun. I was like, oh no. But he fooled us all, including the Raiders defense.
Wideouts both sides. Sean O'Hora in the backfield with Thomas. First down Spartans at the 47. Thomas will drop straight back to throw under some pressure, and he will be knocked down. Number 7, Josiah Todd back there with a couple other Raiders. Big loss on the play. Will take him all the way back to his own 42-yard line.
Yeah, you're looking at a 2nd and 22 and 2nd and 20 plus.
2nd down and 20, loss of 10 on that play. Okay, so the Spartans behind the sticks now after that sack.
You got 2 plays to make it up, so.
Sets up the screen to Sean O'Hora, and that didn't fool anybody. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's 17, Trayvon Allen for the Raiders. Maybe gained 1 on the play.
And Don, right now, what I'm doing, I'm just handing the ball off. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Not trying to throw an interception or anything like that. Just give the ball to number 6, get some respectable yards, and put the ball away. Give yourself some field position.
Thomas has been under pressure here tonight. That's for sure. He's got time to throw now. Now he'll tuck it and run. And Terrence Thomas will finally be brought down by number 13, Anthony Dukes. Gets a lot of that yardage back to the 43-yard line. It's going to set up a 4th and about 6 at the 43. And got enough back that maybe Coach Antrim is going to have a decision
something to think about,
make.
that's for sure. He took a major shot, though, coming across. Got a little rattled there a little bit, but still standing.
Whatever they do, they're going to have to hurry. The play clock down under 10 now. But Boardman going to go for it. 4th and 6 from the 43. Thomas will look to throw. Gets it out to O'Hora. O'Hora's going to have to make some people miss, and he'll be stopped short. Knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line, so Warren Harding will take over on downs. So a very promising Spartan drive went awry with that quarterback sack on 1st and 10.
Yeah, and I like that you're trying to be aggressive and you're trying to accumulate the first down, but you have an excellent punter on your team that can probably pin them deep. Now you give the ball back to him on the 40-yard line.
Well, I just wonder if some of the decision-making we saw Fernando Ortiz punting earlier tonight. Not sure if Carson Essett is available or not, so maybe that could be playing into Coach Antrim's decisions tonight. So 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Raiders continue to lead 7-3 over Boardman.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Well, I love the interaction with people. That's what I love most about sales is making someone's day. You know, something like this is a very high purchase, something that somebody needs too as well. So I love to help out with that process and making it smooth. But I think the thing that I would like people to know about me is how hard I work for them. And I will do my best, absolutely, to get what they need. I'm Sean Franks, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
So after stopping the Spartans on a 4th and 6, the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at the 40. Dallas Jet looks to throw. Pass is complete over the middle. That's Tariq Ivory at midfield. Gain is 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Penalty flags on the play.
Legal procedure is going to be called here against the Raiders. That play didn't look right from the start.
I tell you what, they're lucky that they blew the whistle early because Cortland Love was about to pounce on another fumble.
Procedure call against the Raiders. First down at 15. Balls at the Harding 45-yard line.
First down and 15. That'll push him back to the 45. Minute 47, clock is running here in the third quarter. Dallas Jet will keep it. He'll make some folks miss, and he'll be stopped after a gain of 3. Bring up second down and 12. Number 5 on the tackle for the Spartans. That's Fernando Ortiz.
Second down at 13.
Tell you what, Don, I'm really impressed with the Boardman defense tonight. Put in some bad situations a few times so far in this game, and they've really risen to the occasion.
Dallas Jet wants to throw. He'll get it out to his receiver. That's number 9, Kanye Red. Pass was high, and Thomas Andahar really put a hit on Red.
Yeah. Thomas Andahar, 2 big-time hits tonight in games where the receiver went down, had to call a timeout, so hopefully the young fella's okay.
That is one where he may indeed have had the wind knocked out of him, but training staff from Warren is taking a look at him right now. And while they do that, we'll take another break and be back with you after this.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana and I am why I'm proud.
So the Harding training staff continues to look at Kanye Red. He's a senior, 5'8", 155 pounds. Took a very hard hit from Boardman's 10, Thomas Andahar, on a catch attempt. Pass was high. He was up in the air reaching for it, and Andahar made the hit. So hopefully that young man is okay. And he now does get up under his own power and receives a big round of applause from the fans in attendance.
Number 9, Kanye Red, the injured Raider, makes it off the field under his own.
You know, third and 12 for the Spartans. I mean, you got to get another negative play out of Harding because there's no guarantee that they won't go for it on fourth down too. So.
No, and if the last time they had in a third and long situation, the Spartans got bailed out by a fumble after Jet had gained the first down. So they need to watch that too. Jet's going to drop back. Pocket will break down. He'll look to complete it across the middle. Pass intended for Johnny Taylor is incomplete into the ground, and so it'll be fourth down and 12, and the punting unit for Warren Harding comes out.
It's almost like Jet held on to that ball a little too tight. As soon as he released the ball, went right into the ground. So
yeah, and you know the same thing happened there, Donnie, that happened the last play. As soon as that pocket started to break down and he stepped up, there was some running room there. So we've seen tonight that he can make a man miss, and Boardman dodges that bullet right there. Pass is incomplete. Doherty's punt. Now Hightower will take it at the 21, makes a man miss, and he'll run out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So 8-yard return for Anthony Hightower, and that's where the Boardman offense will set up. 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Raiders 7, Spartans 3.
You know, Don, you gotta wonder, man, how much longer is it going to take before you start looking at number 3? You know, especially when he's getting the single coverage on the outside. I mean, you know, they've gone away from him for pretty much most of the game. I think they gave him 2 shots, one on a comeback and one over the top. But I mean, he's proven all year long that he's been able to make those big, spectacular plays. So, I mean, you gotta understand, you're down 4 points, you're losing in this ball game. You gotta start taking some shots.
45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Boardman trailing by 4.
No safety over the top.
Thompson comes in motion. They'll give it to Thompson. And
they're going to call a peel back block.
We're going to see there's 5 officials on the field and 4 flags. So Thompson got it out over the 35-yard line, probably a gain of 8 or 9, but this is undoubtedly going to come back.
Sure, Boardman, the clock is not your friend right now. You gotta stop shooting yourself in the foot.
So they'll march it back now.
Personal foul against the Spartans.
Well, the PA announced that it was a personal foul against the Spartans, and it is indeed a 15-yard penalty. So it'll take them back to the 15-yard line where Boardman will have 1st and 29.
First down at 24.
24, check that. I'm reading off the scoreboard, and
yeah,
that guy's math might not be that good.
A little different.
1st and 24, still a long way. Give us to Sean O'Hora. He'll get a little bit of it back.
Number 6, Sean O'Hora, the ball carrier.
They've tried to run that counter play quite a few times with Sean. I think he was able to pop off maybe one or two of them for 7-8 yards, but for the most part, he's been bottled up on that play. He has had some success going off tackle, so hopefully, if they're trying to pick up some extra yardage, they can try to go a little off tackle, but looks like they're going to be content taking this to the end of the quarter.
That will bring us to the end of the third quarter. The Boardman score, Warren Harding 7, Boardman 3. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this from Boardman Acura and Baird Brothers.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
We're back for the start of the fourth quarter here from Mollenkoff Stadium, where the Raiders of Warren G. Harding lead the Spartans of Boardman 7-3. Again, Don Rascol along with Donnie Riccatelli here on YSN. Score update, Donnie, from Canfield. The Cardinals all over the Falcons of Austintown Fitch, 28-10 in the third quarter.
Yeah, I never thought the game would be that far out of reach for the Fitch Falcons. I mean, you're talking about the 2 top teams in this entire area battling it out. So
let me give a shout out while we got a minute to Coach Gardner's girls tennis team. They defeated Canfield 3-2 on Thursday, and Monday the Lady Spartans will play in the sectional tournament down at Jackson Park in Massillon. So yeah, good luck, Lady Spartans.
Tell you
girls.
what, there's a lot of strategy involved in that match yesterday too. They decided to take their number 1 doubles team out and go 3 singles, and it proved to be a very, very good move on Boardman's part.
So the ladies split the season series with Canfield, which is good. Hightower will come in motion. Thomas looking to throw. He'll put the ball in the air and nearly intercepted.
Thomas' pass intended for number 1, Anthony Hightower.
That pass was in and out of the hands of Tazion Wallace.
And that
Excuse me, that was Devontae McElroy.
In that instance, Don, I mean, you got to, again, going back to not being a seasoned quarterback, you're just basically an athlete in the quarterback position. You got to throw that ball off of the break, and got to put some air in it, especially if you're trying to throw the ball 17 yards down the field to try to get some of that yardage back.
So it brings up 3rd down and 21. Ball's on the 18-yard line, just underway here in the 4th quarter. Close ball game for Mollenkopf.
Looks like you can get Anthony Hightower for a false start.
Delay of game against the Spartans. That'll move him back 5, so it'll become 3rd and 26.
This is not the start of the 4th quarter you wanted if you're Boardman.
And if there isn't a play in the playbook for 3rd and 21, I doubt there's one for 3rd and 26.
Not at all. I'm not taking any chances throwing the ball either. I'm going to hand the ball off to number 6, or I'm going to keep it myself.
Thomas will throw. He'll avoid the pressure, rolls out. He'll now put it across the middle to Anthony Hightower, in and out of his arms. He'd have been well short of the 1st down, and that ball popped up into the air. Lucky that it wasn't intercepted.
Flag on the play. You might get Terrence Thomas for coming across the line too, so that's going to add a little bit more insult to injury with him throwing an illegal forward pass.
He was very close, and looks like he crossed over the line of scrimmage when he put that ball in the air. That is indeed the call. So it'll push Boardman back.
This is not a good start.
That's a loss of down penalty in addition to the yardage. So that'll put the ball at the 8-yard line. It is now 4th and 31. And the punt team out for Boardman.
Looks like Ortiz again, so maybe Carson is not available to punt tonight. If I'm Ortiz, I'm angling this kick. High snap. Was able to get off a decent.
Ivory deep, but actually it's taken by one of the up men. That's Kanye Red, number 9. So the Raiders will set up a great field position at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 in Boardman territory.
Love the interaction with people. That's what I love most about sales is making someone's day. You know, something like this is a very high purchase, something that somebody needs too as well. So I love to help out with that process and making it smooth. But I think the thing that I would like people to know about me is how hard I work for them. And I will do my best, absolutely, to get what they need. I'm Sean Franks, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you.
Thanks to Greenwood Chevrolet and all of our sponsors here on YSN. 1st and 10 Raiders, 11 minutes, 37 seconds left to play in the ball game. Give is to Tariq Ivory around the right side, and he'll be down to the 35. Nice gain on 1st down. 2nd down and 2 for the Raiders. Andre Freeman on the tackle for Boardman, and he is still down on the field. Boardman training staff will come out. We're going to take another break. And so you can hear from our friends at Baird Brothers.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
Coca's Pizza does indeed serve it hot. Several area locations for your convenience. Market Street in Boardman, Route 46 in Canfield, and all over the area. 2nd down and 2 for the Raiders at the 35-yard line. Jet will keep it himself. Plenty of running room up the center of that Boardman defense, and he won't be down until he's inside the 20, where it'll be 1st and 10 Raiders at the 18-yard line in the audible call red zone. Ashton LaBelle on the tackle for Boardman. We'll call it the 19, 1st and 10 Harding.
You know, you've called on your defense all night to step up and make plays. Now's the time more than ever to hold them for at least a field goal attempt.
Yeah, the way the Boardman offense has been tonight, you get the feeling that if Warren can punch this one in, it may just be a bridge too far at that point. But we'll see. The Spartan defense is stiffened. They've played a great game tonight. Warren Harding will call timeout. So with 10 minutes, 36 seconds left to play here in the ball game, your score, Warren Harding 7, Boardman 3.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
Well, Donnie, a big defensive series here for the Spartans. The Raiders have it 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They lead by 4. Little over 10 minutes left to play in this ball game. Boardman's lone score came on a 42-yard field goal in the second quarter, so they really need to keep the Raiders out of the end zone here.
Yeah, you have to win first down if you're Boardman on defense. You got to try to create a negative play, maybe hopefully get lucky and get another turnover. You know, just worst case scenario, you want to hold them to a field goal, so it's still a one possession game. So, you know, just know that your season could be on the line right now, and you got nothing to lose. You got to go for it, or you got everything to lose, I should say.
Dallas Jett will look to throw, puts it into the end zone. Pass is caught. That's number 11, Dom Foster, went up and over Anthony Hightower, came down with the football for a touchdown, and the fireworks have gone off here outside Mollenkopf Stadium for the Harding touchdown.
And, you know, we were on the we're definitely on the far side of the field to see that angle, but they're really arguing that was probably out of bounds when he came down with it. But, you know, the signal goes up. Unfortunately, in high school football, you got to go with what they call.
Doherty's kick is up, and his kick is through. So with 10 minutes, 28 seconds left to play in the ballgame, the score, Warren Harding 14, Boardman 3.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm Y and proud.
At Youngstown State University, commercial is a great segue. Next Friday night, the Spartans will travel to Stambaugh Stadium to face the Ursuline Irish. The Irish on the wrong end of a score tonight, 40-14, playing Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, the same team that these Raiders defeated last week, 20-17.
Still can't believe that score, Don.
It is hard to believe. The Raiders will play Cardinal Mooney next week. At Cardinal Mooney, or I should say at Mineral Ridge, where Mooney plays their home games. Mooney's game with Lyndhurst was canceled due to COVID on the Lyndhurst side, and Mooney will now be playing Howland tomorrow.
And Howland is no slouch.
Mooney comes into that game winless. And Cam Thompson will get a chance to return a kickoff. And he'll cross the field, but be taken down at the 15-yard line, where the Spartans will put the ball in play. Both the Spartan girls and boys golf teams will compete in sectional competition this week. On Monday, the girls will play at Avalon, and on Tuesday, the boys at Tannehoff Golf Course. So good luck to both the boys and girls golf teams who've had a great season so far.
Very, very fine programs for both boys and girls this year.
Both won the All-American Conference Championships and had great seasons so far. And I see some of the scores that those boys and girls are putting up, and certainly would put anything I can do on the golf course to shame.
Couldn't do that on my best day.
1st and 10 Spartans. They'll put it in play at the 17-yard line. They'll get it out to Sean O'Hora. He's got some running room. And he'll be knocked out of bounds up across the 25.
You know, if you're Boardman, you got 10 minutes and 14 seconds to go. I mean, it's not now or never, but it's getting pretty close. I mean, I would definitely pick up the tempo and start moving that ball a lot quicker and get that ball in your playmaker's hands. Looks like we got a Raider down, a couple Raiders down.
We'll take a break. There's a couple Raiders down. The training staff taking a look on them. We don't have the numbers. They're too close to the sidelines. The team's take a knee. And we'll be back after this from the United States Air Force.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Looks like everyone was all right. Those players came off under their own power. Spartans get a first down on that Sean O'Hora completion. Thomas will throw it out to Anthony Hightower. Hightower with some running room. Flags now come down. I think we're going to get a hold on that side of the field, and that one will come back. 10 minutes, 6 seconds left to play in the ball game. Holding against the Spartans.
Holding against Boardman is the call.
And so just when you can't afford any negative plays, they get the holding call after a nice gain on first down by Hightower.
Yeah.
That'll back them up 10.
After the penalty's marked off, Boardman will have the ball at the 20-yard line.
And it'll be 1st and 18 for the Spartans.
1st and 28. First and 18.
PA said 1st and 28, so that's a little bit too far. It's actually 1st and 18. He did correct himself. Thomas will look to throw. Under some pressure, under duress, and he'll throw it into the Boardman bench.
Terrence Thomas' pass, ball's incomplete, out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete, but now it's 3rd and 18 for the Spartans. Check that, 2nd and 18.
Yeah. It looks like Boardman wants to try to go to both edges. That middle of the field's wide open. You still have plenty of time to hit a pass across the middle and pick up a chunk of yards. So,
yeah, we've seen tonight going to those edges. The one thing that the Raiders do well is pursue the football from sideline to sideline, and I think we've gotten some yardage on that. But now we're going to look for for Anthony Hightower. Hightower comes down with it across midfield at the 49-yard line, so that'll move the chains.
That's a heck of a catch by Anthony Hightower down the sidelines.
Nice catch by Anthony Hightower, wearing the 2 different colored shoes tonight. He's got green and pink on tonight.
Takes the ball to the Harding 49-yard line.
But he's on the Harding side of the field at the 49.
Game 36, 1st and 10, Boardman.
Looks like Harding's going to take a timeout. They didn't have enough guys on the field.
Timeout Harding. That's their second of the second half. We've got an 11-point lead. And we could see the Harding coaches in the box next to us gesturing for a timeout there. A little bit of confusion down on the field. 9 minutes, 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. And we'd also like to mention the girls volleyball team. They defeated Warren J. Harding on Wednesday night in straight sets. That's Coach Birch's squad. Warren JFK on top of Rootstown 35-7 in the fourth quarter.
Looks like the Garrettsville Garfield G-men had a little running clock in the second half because that game is already over, 56-6.
Wow.
That's a really good team. They're in the same region as South Range and Kirtland, so I mean that region's going to be loaded. Some fun football coming in week 11, 12, 13 for sure.
This is game 7, so we're in week 7. 3 more weeks of the regular season to go, and then it'll be playoff time. Playoffs have been expanded this year. Top 16 teams now make it in each region. So,
yeah, what do you think about that, Don?
Well, not sure. You know, even when it was the top 8, you saw some really, really lopsided matches, 1-8.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what you're going to see 1-16.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I know they want to make it more inclusive and give more schools an opportunity, but I'm not sure that we want to see some of these lopsided matches that we're going to see on the first week of the playoff season.
Yeah, the OHSAA made a ton of money last year by allowing everybody to make it to the postseason if they wanted to, and I think they saw that formula and they were like, well, let's expand it to 16 and see what we have, and sure enough, it's happening this year, and they're probably going to rake in some pretty decent money.
It's usually, as the old adage says, follow the money trail and you'll get the answer, and I think you're correct with that. Short gain there by the Spartans. Flag comes down from the referee, holding against Boardman.
Yeah, it just seems like one positive play, another play backwards. One positive play, another play backwards. You gotta limit your mistakes. I mean, you have no margin for error at all in this game. Down 2 scores. So, you know, clock's at 9:45. Still plenty of time, but you know, 1st and 20s are no fun.
First down and 20, Boardman after the holding penalty. And it looks like the ball was actually spotted incorrectly. Side judge goes out and moves it back about a half a yard.
Insult to injury there.
Absolutely, insult to injury. 1st and 20, Boardman from their own 39. Passes it out to Sean O'Hara. O'Hara down the sidelines. Gain of 6. So we'll bring up 2nd and about 15. Second and 16 for the Spartans. Thomas will look to throw. Pass intended for Sean O'Hara. Incomplete. And now it'll be 3rd and very long for Boardman.
Brings up 3rd down at 16. 3rd down of defense.
If you're looking for something to do tomorrow night, come on out to Spartan Stadium. It's a big soccer match against Austintown Fitch. Varsity will kick off at 7 p.m. The Spartan soccer team at 8-1-1, having a great season. Thomas will move up in the pocket, throws it out to Hightower, and Hightower comes down with it. He'll have enough for the first down, just past the sticks at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Spartans.
And if I'm Boardman, I'm moving quick. Let's go. You got just under 9 minutes to go. You're down 2 scores. Got to move quick here, guys. Nothing's guaranteed after this possession, so. I guess we're not going to move quick. Although the clock's not running, so he was out of bounds, so okay.
It's not like the NFL or college where it keeps running out of bounds until they get to the 5-minute mark. So pass intended for Sean O'Hora, incomplete.
You know, they've called that play quite a few times during this drive. I think Warren Harding was definitely on to it. I'd probably move away to a different play if I was Boardman. You know, 2 times in a row when the pass was thrown to Sean O'Hora, they were right there to meet him.
So Cam Thompson came into this game, number 3, as the leading receiver for the Spartans. 17 reception, 418 yards, and 4 touchdowns, averaging 25 yards a catch. But he's been held really in check, and we haven't seen him targeted, I don't think, since the first half.
Yeah, he's only had 3 total targets for this entire game, and one of them was a handoff, which was called back on a penalty.
And now Terrence Thomas, as the pocket breaks down, will go down. Sacked for a short loss. It'll bring up 3rd and 13. Josiah Todd all over Terrence Thomas once that pocket broke down.
You know, if you're Boardman, this is 2-down territory. You're 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12. Yeah, this is definitely 2-down territory. You have to try to at least pick up 7-8 yards on this play here. Cannot afford a negative play.
Give is to Sean O'Hora on the wraparound handoff, and he'll get some positive yardage back down to the 36, and it'll bring up 4th down and 8, and I'd be quite frankly shocked if Boardman doesn't go for it here.
Yeah, they have to. They got no choice in this matter. I mean, it's 4th and 8 on their own 30 on the 36. You just got to be smart, make a sensible play. If you're gonna pass the ball, you got to make sure that you're passing to an open receiver.
Fourth down and 8. This could be the ball game with the clock running under 7.5 minutes. Thomas is going to be sacked. Number 24, Tariq Ivory, came around off the edge unblocked. No chance for Thomas there. And Boardman will turn the ball over there. 7 minutes, 27 seconds left to play. And Harding will get the ball at their 45. Just when you could least afford a sack, Ivory came off the edge untouched. And Thomas, who's been under some duress here this evening, had no chance on that one.
Yeah.
Now, Boardman defense has played well this evening, giving up 2 touchdowns, 14 points, and they're going to need to do it again because if ever you needed a 3 and out, this is it.
Seconds matter now.
Jett will give the ball to the running back, and he'll be dragged down for a loss. That's Delmar McMillan, the ball carrier.
If you're Harding, that ball's not going to go in the air. You're going to chew up as much clock as you possibly can.
Big number 54, Joseph Farah, blew that play up. But Harding in no hurry right now. We'll probably see him snap the ball with 5 seconds or left on that play clock. Clock running now, 6:52. Actually, they snap it quickly. And Jett will keep it. And he'll be dragged down by Fernando Ortiz. And 19. Check that. That was 6 Sean O'Hora. See, I can't see that 5 at the 6.
Yeah, we're up here, folks. That's for sure.
So it brings up 3rd down and 7 for Harding. Clock continues to run. This is where Boardman needs to get a stop. I doubt we see Harding put it in the air here, but you never know.
I'm going to venture to guess they don't. I mean, there's no point.
They're going to have to hurry to get this off. Play clock down at 5 and running. They do get it off. They will put it in the air. And they complete the pass to Tariq Ivory. Ivory will head into the end zone, and he's going to get flagged before he gets there for unsportsmanlike conduct as he turned back and was saying something to the Boardman defense, but he'll be into the end zone for a touchdown. But that is the dagger into the Boardman football team right there.
Yeah.
And just when they thought they weren't going to put it in the air, they did. So that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The touchdown is good. Jake Doherty on to attempt the extra point. Harding now up 20-3 on the Spartans. 5 minutes, 49 seconds left to play in the ballgame. Doherty's kick is up, and his kick is good. So the W flags head out onto the field, indicating a Warren touchdown. And now they take an 18-point lead on the Spartans.
You know, Don, last week it was the third quarter. This week it's the fourth quarter. It's just unfortunate that you put one bad quarter together and it ends up being a lopsided game. I mean, they had their chances. I mean, 7-3 at the half. You know, you could have had a 7-6. You could have even had a 10-7. Lead going into half. Just a little miscommunication. A couple fourth downs that they went for it and couldn't convert. And that's how the cookie crumbles right now.
So that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be enforced on the kickoff, I believe. But you never know. Maybe the rule's different in high school.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out here in a minute.
Learned a lot tonight.
Sure did. Boardman band making a lot of noise under the scoreboard there. Great sound tonight. And they will indeed enforce that on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So he'll kick it from the 25, put it in play from there, will Jake Doherty. So the Spartans should get good field position out of this, but down 18, it's going to take some magic tonight to change their tides here this evening. Hightower will take it at the 30. Make some folks mix, changes directions, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Devin Moss knocked him out of bounds, and then they had some words on the sidelines, but that was quickly broken up. So the Spartans will start here, 1st and 10 at the 48, down 18, 5 minutes, 43 seconds left to play in the ball game. Sounds like we got a battle of the bands going on. They're both making a lot of noise.
Is there an 18-point play here, Don?
I'm not sure there's an 18-point play. If it was a basketball game, I'd say we only need 6 threes to tie the game up. Thomas will attempt to pass in the direction of Andre Freeman, but his pass will bounce short of the receiver. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, Boardman.
A lot of these plays today, Don. Obviously you have a ton of speed laterally from Harding, but a lot of these plays we haven't really seen all year from Boardman. Just a lot of different stuff. And again, they've only targeted number 3 times, and one of those was on a run. So,
pass is complete out in the flat to Anthony Hightower. And he'll be knocked out of bounds very close to the first down. I think he's going to be a bit short. Bring up 3rd and 2. Devontae McElroy on the tackle for Harding.
Looks like the clock's running.
Third and 2, Boardman. O'Hara goes in motion. Thomas will keep it himself, and he'll be stopped for a loss on the play.
Again, really haven't seen many of these plays up until this game, so I don't know if 1 week's preparation is enough to run plays like that, but hopefully they've been working on things throughout the year in practice, trying to do different things, but they got to go vertical at some point.
Okay, 4th and 4 for the Spartans. Clock running, 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in this ball game. Pass is complete to Hightower, and Hightower will be well short of the first down mark. Ball's going to go over on downs to Harding. And you'd really like to see the Spartans get something going offensively. They're going to head into Ursuline next week, and I know Ursuline's getting crushed this evening by Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, but they've been you're going to need to score some points to beat Ursuline next week. The one thing that we've seen from the Irish, their quarterback Brady Shannon, he's got a lot of weapons.
For them to only score 14 points today in a romp by St. Vincent St. Mary, 49-14, they're going to be angry coming into Stambaugh Stadium next Friday night. So, it's not going to get any easier for Boardman, that's for sure.
Not at all. The defense has played well this evening. Defense has kept them in the game, but the offense only putting 3 points on the board is not going to do it tonight. And going to need to have some improvement before next Friday in order to do it against Ursuline.
Number 8, Delmar McMillan. Carries ball up the middle.
Delmar McMillan, the ball carrier for Harding, loses 1 on the play. And now we were sure that Warren wasn't going to put it in the air the last drive.
Yeah, I'm not sure anymore.
I'm not sure, but I think there's more of a likelihood this drive we won't see it put in the air.
If anything, you're going to see the play clock getting close to 3 minutes. Should be 2 or 3 more plays. You'll see it under 2 minutes, and then I can't see them throwing the ball at all. Great pursuit.
That was
by Stephen Conti.
Stops that play in the backfield. Loses another yard. McMillan is the ball carrier. 3rd and 12 for Warren.
Loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 12.
Clock running, 2 minutes, 42 seconds left to play in this ball game. Dallas Jet watches the play clock. He'll snap it at 3, and he's going to be under some pressure, and he'll just slide down at the 36-yard line.
Yeah.
Stephen Conti there for the Spartans, along with number 44, Isaiah Torres.
And Boardman decides to call their first timeout in the second half at 2 minutes, 19 seconds ago. 4th and 12 for the Raiders.
Well, it'll be 4th and 20 after
4th
that
and 20,
loss.
I'm sorry, yeah. They sure take their time updating the scoreboard, buddy.
They do. They do. And looks like some of the crowd starting to leave the parking lots here with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to play in the ball game. Boardman with 2 timeouts. They'll force the punt. And Want to get something going here offensively to end the game on a positive note to lead you into a week of practice for next week. Again, the Raiders will face Cardinal Mooney next week over at Mineral Ridge. Cardinal Mooney winless on the year, which I'm not sure how many times anybody's ever been able to say that 6 weeks into a football season.
Ever.
Cam Thompson back to receive this punt. Punt is over Doherty's head, and he will fall on it at the 19-yard line. Boardman will take over 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Do they try to go over top to Cam Thompson?
Well, with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play, and I know you're always trying to win the ball game, you've got to score immediately. So a throw into the end zone here, you maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? At 18, with the 2-point conversions, and you've got a tremendous field goal kicker.
Yeah.
It's a 3-score game, but you don't need 3 touchdowns.
Got single coverage again on Cam Thompson. Looks like
and
looks
pass intended over there, nearly intercepted.
Nico Holshoe in the game for the Spartans now. Still have the first unit out other than Terrence Thomas. So
Nico came into the end of the game last week against Benedictine and moved the offense down the field a bit. So I think he'd like to have his first pass back because that was nearly intercepted by the Raider on that far sideline.
But Don, again, it's like a broken record. They're every play they're looking opposite of Cam Thompson.
Give is to Sean O'Hara. And he'll pound down to the 14-yard line. Sets up a 3rd and 5. So Nico Holshoe, the sophomore, has seen action in several games this year at quarterback. He'll pitch that to Anthony Hightower. Hightower with some running room. He'll have the first down. It'll be 1st and goal Spartans inside the 10.
Tackled by number 10, Dallas Jet. Gain of 7 on the play. Brings up 1st down and goal. Ball's at the 8-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8, 1:20. The clock is running here in the 4th quarter. Holshoe will throw it into the end zone for the touchdown to Cam Thompson. Nico Holshoe to Cam Thompson for the 8-yard touchdown pass. So that's Thompson's 5th touchdown reception on the year. Cole Conkson's kick is good. So with 1 minute, 5 seconds left to play in the ball game, the score, Warren Harding 21, Boardman 10.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
Okay, so we'll see what sort of onside kick Cole Conkson can muster up here for the Spartans. They trail by 11, 1 minute and 5 seconds left to play here in the ball game from Mollenkopf Stadium. We're glad you're with us on YSN. Again, we'll have the Spartans the rest of the year. Next week we travel to YSU to face Ursuline, and then home for 2 consecutive games to finish out the regular season. Austintown Fitch on the
I believe that's the 15th for homecoming.
15th, and then Canfield on the 22nd. So both Friday games. The rest of our games are Friday games. Didn't want to give the wrong date out. Conkson will boot it, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the flag will go up. Harding will get the ball. But so Harding will take over, and I'm sure we'll see victory formation here from the Raiders with 1:05 to play.
Yeah, Don, if you're Boardman, you just got to get back to the drawing board. I mean, you're going to have a very angry Irish team coming up next week, and surprisingly, they only scored 14 points today. So
the Boardman offense, which came into this game averaging 29 points per game. Now, some of that, of course, is skewed by the 62-point performance against Youngstown East, but the Raider defense holds them to just 10. The Spartan defense was pretty much on their number tonight. They've been giving up 19 points per game. They give up 21 tonight. So 1st and 10 Raiders here at the 43-yard line.
Check that, make it the 48.
That's actually the 48-yard line. They had it spotted at the 43 and then moved it up. But with what the Raiders are going to do now, it really doesn't make any difference. Jet will take a knee. Clock is running.
Jet's a heck of an athlete. He put the ball on the money on that touchdown pass, too, and set them up on their first touchdown play with a really nice over-the-top, over-the-shoulder catch, toss and catch by his receiver. I mean, he's done what he needed to do tonight.
And he's a junior, so he'll be back next year. That'll do it here from Mollenkopf Stadium. The final score as the clock runs down. The Warren Harding Raiders 21, the Boardman Spartans 10. This is Don Mascola along with Donnie Riccatelli. We'll talk to you next Friday night from Stambaugh Stadium at Youngstown State, where the Spartans will look to get back on track against the Ursuline Irish. Thanks for watching on YSN.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.